And we're live. I don't think anyone's in here right now, but for
I
those that
am.
rewatch it later, welcome to another Thursday night jam with RCJesus and SASquatch. I'm Nick from Remote Control Hobbies and Gear Jammer, also known as Jesus. This is Chris from Scale Audio Solutions, leaving his audio on so we
I
can.
turned it off, dude.
And tonight we're going to be talking about the Losi NASCAR that came out because that is hugely popular, even more than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
And just shooting the shit. Um, there's Rob. What's up, Rob? How's it going? Uh, so we'll let a few other people try and join before we get into too much. I still have this sitting here, but honestly, I don't even know if this will get done. It may get finished Friday or Saturday at Beat the Creek. We'll see how it goes. I'm fucking tunnel vision on Bronco right now, especially now that I'm this close to it running again. It'll be starting tomorrow. So since I was wrenching on that the last 5, 6 hours after working all day this morning and early afternoon, I was like, dude, I want to come in here and fuck with this. No, I want to have a smoke and a pancake. You know what I mean? And just chill out. So when are you getting to Rob, when are you getting to BTC? Hey, what's up, Dan? Appreciate you making it.
Yeah. Rob.
Making more surfboards, Rob. Uh Hopefully if all goes well, I'll be driving the Bronco to BTC. Um of course,
Nice.
my daughter's birthday party is Saturday. So I lose pretty much a whole day to that where I could be test driving it and doing dumb shit and double checking it. But we got all day Sunday. I pick her up tomorrow from school, so I'm gonna try and get it running before I get her. But now the funny part, anyone that follows the Facebook, when I had the picture of her in the engine bay, whenever I got her on the weekends and I'm out wrenching on it, she'll come out. Hey, you need me to do anything up in the engine bay? I'll help you. She like just loves fucking hanging out up there now. I was like, yes, win for dad. But she was out wrenching with me one night and I was doing shit underneath and she got up and she's like, Dad, check it out. And I'm like, I'm kind of busy, can't really move right now. She's like, well, I climbed up here by myself. I was like, good job, kid. I told you you could do it. What else we got going on here? Oh man, you're not making it to BTC. Shitty. Bummer, man. I thought you were still making it. Well, that's a shame. We'll get pictures and videos of the dollhouse you gave to us, the demo getting torn down. We're doing that Sunday at 1. As I recall, I always have complete shit service out there, and everyone else I know does for the most part. So we probably wouldn't be able to live stream it, or I'd do that. That'll be a good time. Are you going to TTC or B? I keep seeing TT4C and BTC, and it's fucking with my head. Are you going to BTC, Beat the Creek, Dan? I don't know where you're at, how far of a trip it is for you. I'm psyched. Like, honestly, for me, I'm more about just trying to get Bronco done and have a fun ass road trip across the country in an old truck and then play RCs with my buddies, just that icing on the cake. You know what I mean? It's been like a year since I've driven it. So it's fucking killing me walking out every day and seeing it in the driveway. But it was also a bunch of little bullshit that I just really did not have the ambition to do until I got a kick in the pants, like an event to try and make it to or something, you know? Needed some motivation because I hate running vacuum lines and wiring all that shit under the dash with the doing the whole fucking vacuum octopus for the heat and AC was a nightmare.
That would suck, yeah.
I've done so much behind the dash work the past couple of weeks. I'm getting over it. Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Okay, so not too bad. Well, BTC is what, a week and a half away, so but Wisconsin, that's still a pretty good trip. Yeah, what's up, Mike? He gets it. Yep. Get the truck going, drive across country, play with RC, drive back, stop at Jeremy's and play at the farm for a little couple days, and then drive back home. Um, I'm confident in it in every other way. The transmission's rebuilt and has like 1,000 miles on it and shifts and runs great, knock on metal. I've gone through the axles, the U joints and the drive shafts, all the bushings, everything on it is good to go, except this goddamn overheating of the engine. So hopefully the Be Cool fixes that. I'm not gonna end up. I was thinking about finishing the AC, but I still have to plumb all the engine lines and put the condenser in, and then I'd have to get it purged and filled and blah blah blah. So what I'm gonna do is the plastic covers that came on the compressor and to the evaporator are still there. So just for extra measure, I'm going to take a shit ton of tape and tape over them because you don't want like a speck of dust in your AC system or it will
Yeah.
shorten its life big time. So everything stays perfectly sealed and clean. And then when I get home, because driving up there through the mountains and shit with the windows down, it's going to be 70s, 80s. I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
AC. I'll need AC around the time I get back to Florida because it'll be 95 degrees here every day. Driving around town at 30 miles an hour doesn't cut it with the windows down.
Yeah.
I'm real curious as to how I'm going to tolerate the exhaust. I might
Yep.
get old man and come home and take the Flowmasters I have on it off and put 1 or 2 levels quieter on it.
So you have full exhaust all the way out the back though?
Yeah, I've got 3-inch dual stainless, all custom bent, and everything's all V-banded. So I can just pop the
Yeah.
mufflers right out and then have them V-band new ones onto the mufflers and pop them back in.
Do you have an H or an X pipe on it or crossover pipe at all? So
I
there's
wanted to do a crossover pipe to make like an H pipe, but
yeah.
well, since it's 4-wheel drive and shit and whatnot, and it's 3-inch,
Yeah.
trying to fit it under there. Although, I didn't think about it, but I wouldn't even mind if we can snake like a 1-inch,
Yeah.
because that's enough to mess with the pulses and give it the cross flow to make it a little more efficient. Anything for any quarter, half mile a gallon gain I can get out of shit is good.
Well, it'll mellow out the sound a little too, usually.
Yeah. But I've got, what did I put on it? I put on Delta Flow 40s, I think, stainless.
Okay.
And I thought, I went through because Flowmaster on their website has a thing where you can listen to exhaust. And then they've got a chart range. I was like, the 40 should be loud, but not like droning in the cab and too loud. And then when I first got it, I don't know if you remember when I posted the video, I was like, oh fuck, this is pretty rowdy. So we'll see.
Dan,
Dreaded recalls, Dan.
yeah. Mike, yeah.
What did Mike say here? Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely that's my goal, man. I mean, I'm really pushing it. If I get it going, I'm gonna get a line on Monday because I put a new tie rod on it.
Use a SEMA Bluetooth rear drive shaft.
Yeah. No, see, Rob, like eventually I plan to do Ultimate Adventure with this. I've actually been talking to Dirthead Dave about it and stuff, so I think I can get in. So I need that rear drive shaft. This is gonna be pretty important. That's gonna be the ultimate trip. Really, we'll be doing Ultimate Adventure.
Ultimate Adventure. Yeah.
That'll be fun. What sucks is when you apply, you don't know where you're going.
Yeah, you need a winch.
I could have. Oh yeah, I plan to put a winch on it. I've already figured out how to put a hidden winch between the frame rail under the grill behind the factory bumper, because the factory bumper behind the license plate has that oval cutout. Well, it's like a rectangle with rounded ends, so I can just bolt a fair lead right there, and then mount the winch in the frame right there, which is gonna be tight. I'll probably have to mount it upside down, and then you won't even see it. Because I don't want to fuck up the approach and departure angles anymore with the winch bumper sticking out,
Yeah.
12 inches. But we got enough people in here. Who all has seen the NASCAR, the new Losi NASCAR? Yeah, I've got a list. I posted it at one point on the Facebook page, Dan, but I'm not sure. I didn't pin it or anything, so you'd have to search for it. I'm doing Beat the Creek next real soon. And then I think I'm going to try and make the Armageddon thing they just announced at Freedom Factory in Bradenton, because that's like 2 hours from me. Especially if the Bronco's running. At that point, it's been so long, I'll take any excuse for a road trip in it, So I may do that. I believe that's at the end of May, like 24th, 25th or something. And possibly Axial Fest Badlands, which I think is mid-end June sometime. I think end of June. But I
Where's
don't know.
Badlands at?
Indiana.
Okay.
Off-road park in Indiana.
Yeah.
Southern-ish Indiana, I think. Southern or mid, I believe. But that one's up in the air. Like, I'm not planning on going to that one, but if I can make it, I will, kind of thing. And then after that, I don't think I have anything till Pro Line. But then I'm
Like
busy
that.
because there's Pro Line by the Fire, and then I've got the TTC that Blake and I got the truck built for that was you voted on, and we got in. And so I've got that in Vermont or New Hampshire, like a week or two after before Pro Line. And then Vonats is in there somewhere too. I'm gonna probably cancel Vonats because I can't afford to drop 7-8 grand on travel and shit in 3-4 weeks.
Uh,
Not to mention just the time, like it burns me out. I don't mind going like once a month somewhere across the country, but 3 times in 1 month is a lot. Um, and then after that, probably nothing that I'm aware of.
I'm Dan will be at Badlands. Cool.
June 19th to 22nd. Thanks, Rob. It's a little earlier than I thought, but pretty close.
Was that Axial Fest or Badlands?
That's Axial Fest Badlands.
Oh, okay, because there's Axial Fest is in California, I think.
There's two. There's Badlands, and then
Yeah,
I can't remember what they call the West Coast one.
I thought it was just Axial Fest.
I think it's Axial Fest West.
Oh, is that what they call it now?
Yeah. Yeah, because they do two of them now.
Yeah, I knew they did Badlands, but I can't remember if
Okay.
they differentiated
Now
them.
we got Mike going in on the Losi. Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, it's only $180 for the NASCAR,
Yeah,
even as a Losi, which is usually more expensive. But
I think
60% of the parts from the
yeah,
grounds go on to that Losi.
that's
Oh,
smart.
yep. Um, it's 170 mil wide, and typical 110 touring cars when they were big were 190 to 200, depending if it was electric or nitro. As I recall, nitro was 190, electric was 200, or it could be vice versa. I can't remember. It's been a minute. Um, what else? What else? There's the 6 liveries, but as we've all seen, one is blacked out.
Yeah.
And I can't say what brand that is because it's blacked out right now because some licensing issues are still going
Well,
through.
there's 6 of them on the website right now. They're not
But
black.
yeah, but one is all black with just the
No,
number.
it's not.
Oh,
There's
they fixed
Napa,
it?
Menards, Lucas, Bass Pro Shops, Hendrix, and Horizon.
And it's got the full graphics
Yeah.
on the Japanese one.
Well, I don't know what you mean by the Japanese one. I don't see a Japanese one.
Yeah, there's one in there.
There's
I
Napa Auto
don't,
Parts.
I'm not sure because I knew it was supposed to get taken care of real soon, as in like today, tomorrow.
Well, it says there's one that's Napa Auto Parts, one that's Great Stuff Menards, black and green. There's a Lucas Oil number 8, Bass Pro Shops Tracker number 19, Hendrick Cars number 5, and then Horizon number 34.
Okay, because originally earlier today, and when I saw stuff yesterday as a dealer, there was one that was all black, but you could just see the number
Do you
because
remember the number?
they were still finalizing some licensing stuff on
So is
that.
that a 7th car then?
No, that's the 6th.
Do you remember which number it was?
I think a 37 maybe.
No, there's no 37 up here.
Oh, well, maybe it isn't out yet. I know they showed it earlier, but
Yeah,
anyway,
there's
so there's
9.
one that they're finalizing some licensing shit on, and I
Huh.
can't say what brand it is or team, but if you know the number, then you know what it is.
Huh.
Um,
No, I wonder if that'll be a 7th car then.
maybe.
Yeah, because
I
there's
thought
6
there
here
was
already.
7, but then someone told me there was 6, and I've been
Huh.
busy hell and forgetting shit. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and yeah, Rob, they're considering it
9.
112. And
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say
what's
112 on 170 millimeter for the length is pretty good.
Yeah.
Um, they put over 100 packs, battery packs through each test car, and they've had quite a few, and beat the shit out of them. They've said raced the hell out of them, and
Okay.
they wore a tire out and blew it out on one.
Mike said it was number 19.
Oh, maybe it was 19.
And it's listed now. It's Bass Pro Shops Tracker is the car.
Okay.
Camry. Toyota
Okay.
Camry.
Yes, Toyota Camry. Then they
Oh,
got
that was the licensing problem then. Yeah.
yeah, Japanese.
Toyota Camry. Yep.
Um,
No, it's listed now. You can see it. So
okay, they said today or tomorrow, but I hadn't looked in a few hours, and I don't want to put my foot in my mouth and get in trouble saying shit. uh, so there's that. It comes with a 380 motor,
Mhm.
so and it comes brushed, obviously at 180, but you can go brushless with it, as people have done with the other stuff. And of course, all the metal diffs and all that kind of stuff are already out because it's the same ground parts.
See, Mark makes a good point here. It would have been cheaper, and I think it'd be cooler if they made it rear-wheel drive instead of all-wheel drive.
Well, yes and no. Hold on, let me catch up here. I got to Rob. Yes, it's considered a 1/12 scale. That's why I said 1/12-ish. I don't know if it's dead nuts, but it's around there. Losi's cheap enough guy. Exactly. Guy could just tape shit off in his driveway if he's got a driveway that has like a wide spot or turnaround area and make a track. And like the 1RCs are hugely popular, but they do really well on really good concrete or asphalt or
special edition one. I want that one. The City Chevrolet Days of Thunder. I want that car.
Yeah, paint it. Yep.
Well, they says they're going to come out with a special edition one, possibly.
Number 19. It's all right. You're late, Mark, and not rear-wheel drive. The reason why it would be number one. Most people aren't going to be able to drive a rear-wheel drive touring car style car. Very few people would be able to handle that. They'd be spinning out all the time, and they'd be pissed off. If you ever tried to drive pan cars before and things like that, it is insanely difficult. You have to be real good with RCs. Like, someone can't just go pick it up and have fun.
I was like driving the old Legends cars. What brand was that?
Yeah, exactly. Bowling.
Bowling, yeah. What's now?
Because those were pan cars, basically.
Yeah.
Now it's
what's it called now?
I know what you're talking about. They're all back.
Yeah. I can't remember who they are now.
All right. And then on top of that, it would be cheaper because they wouldn't have to put a front diff and front axle. But they also then have to come up with a locked up centerpiece for your spur and all that, because I can't remember if they have a slipper solid
center diff.
Center diff.
Probably a center diff.
I think it has a center diff, but I can't remember for sure. So they have to come out with a different piece for that. So those are the reasons why. Main reason why no rear-wheel drive is 98% of people wouldn't be able to drive them.
Driving it, yeah.
At least not without a.
Is it cheap? I don't even know if it. That's weird. I want to look at parts now.
Rob, the City Chevrolet, as far as I can tell you, that's bullshit.
Oh, that sucks.
There was some special edition shit for elite dealers. I can't remember what it was, and I'm probably not supposed to say anyways. But there's special bodies and stuff like that, but I don't believe that is it. I have not talked to anyone or read anything or heard anything that was mentioning that. I could be wrong, but I'm going to say with 99% confidence that's bullshit. You have to paint your own. RJ Speed, that's it, Rob. That's who does bowling.
RJ Speed, yeah, that's it. Yep.
Because bowling has a fun history. There's a whole serious suspicion that was an insurance job. Because bowling burned down in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the molds and stuff like that and whatnot were still good, so they sold them off or whatever, and RJ Speed appeared. So there's been a lot of people that have been around a long time. They're like, well, there's quite a suspicion that was a intentional fire for insurance purposes. It's long enough ago now. I don't mind mentioning that theory because they're way past the statute of limitations. So
right.
It was on Facebook. It must be true, right? It's on the internet. Believe everything on the internet, especially from random people you don't even know. Then it's got to be even more true.
Well, it was them for a while, like to get into cheap racing. It was RJ Speed and Bowling, but now you got this new company now that's making these oval cars and sprint cars.
1RC.
Yeah, those are so much cooler. So that's kind of the new like cheap racing now are those guys.
Well, and someone mentioned, and they're cheap, but not that cheap. Like, honestly, the Losi won't cost you anymore.
Yeah, the Losis, that's a really cheap way to get some like oval racing.
So like the 1RCs, like I was saying earlier, they're great on carpet or like a pristine asphalt or concrete surface. Yeah. Or really, as we learned last year at Beat the Creek, really well packed and groomed dirt track. But even little divots in the dirt track and stuff would hang them up and kill them. So the 1RCs are great for their size. And people were like, why didn't Losi just jump in on that bandwagon? But you're going to be able to drive this Losi NASCAR a hell of a lot more
Oh
places.
yeah, rough asphalt,
You
like
can
in a
run it in
parking
your
lot.
garage, your basement,
Yeah.
your driveway, a parking lot, and if there's some
Yeah.
bumps and divots and little stones and shit, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those Losis will be popular for just cheap racing.
Yeah, they are very scale on the 1RC, Mark. You're right.
Yeah.
They do a real nice job of keeping a scale.
Yeah.
Um, and the Losis aren't out till September. And a lot of people may be like, well, why the hell are they releasing it 6 months or whatever the hell it is from when it comes out? Well, they wanted to test the market. No one builds NASCARs besides 1RC, and
Well, they
doing
do
a small
stock
scale
cars.
version is a whole different market.
Well, I
So
think 1RC does like modified stock car style. I don't think
that's
they do
what I'm
NASCAR.
saying. The only ones that do it are
Yeah.
1RC, and they're a lot smaller. It's a whole different market and
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah.
So they want to kind of feel out so that they don't have any issues with releasing it a month early and they ordered so many, but the demand is 4 times what they ordered. And then they're stuck dealing with back orders for 6 months, pissing people off. So
Mhm.
this way they can get it out there. They can feel the vibes, to talk like a Gen Z or whatever, and
Mhm.
figure out exactly how many need to be made. So they're going to
Well,
be
they got the price point right, which Losi's been having a
Mhm.
hard time getting their price point right for a while. So it's nice to see them hitting the price
Yeah,
point.
they've gotten better the past few years, but that was like
Yeah.
when they took the V100s over from Viterra. Well, of
Yeah.
course, those were a good price because they just
Mhm.
rebranded in something that was already a good affordable
Yeah.
vehicle.
Yeah. Well, but like they came out with like the little monster truck and some of those other ones, and the price was so high on those. It was
The
like,
LMT, yeah.
yeah, they're like, those are so cool, but man, they're so expensive for what they
There's a
are.
lot of parts that make that expensive, and then the licensing
Yeah.
is also a bitch on those.
I mean, they're really nice. They're built nice, but it's just like kind of like it's such a weird niche thing with the price point on it.
Yeah, but they
So
were
it's
hot, man. They sold like crack when they came out. They've
really,
slowed down
yeah,
now, but yeah, we sold out of them 2, 3 times, and I was ordering like
nice.
8 or 12 at a time.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't unobtainium priced, but they were, I had some
280
sticker
bucks
shock.
or something like that, which is pretty steep
I
for
saw some sticker shock when I saw them. I was like,
yeah.
"Whoa!" But I did see one in person the other day or a couple weeks ago, and oh, it's badass. It's cool.
Oh yeah, they're sweet little trucks.
Mhm.
What else? Asphalt late model.
Yeah, Monte Carlo body. That's what it is.
Nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
So who else? I know Mike and Mark aren't going to BTC. Anyone else in here is quiet and not in the chat, so I can't see. Um, who was thinking they're gonna pick up one of these NASCARs that's in here? We've got 24 on the way.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
they ordered 12 this morning at like 9 o'clock or whatever, whenever 10 o'clock, whenever Horizon opened. I think it was 10 because they open at 9. And I ordered 12. And then I made the Facebook post after they posted their shit and it just blew up. So I
Mhm.
called them and I was like, put me down for 12 more.
I wonder if you could repurpose a mini Z track pot like to make a big enough little oval for them or something.
For sure you could if you had like 3, 4 mini Z tracks.
Yeah.
2, maybe, but I don't think you could go wide enough for that size. So you probably need at least 3. And then 4 would get you big.
Mike, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a NASCAR fan either. I like turning right as well as left. But
Well, I mean, NASCAR runs road course races.
they do like what, 2, 3 times a year.
There's no reason why you couldn't set up a road course track for the NASCARs.
Well, especially these ones, right? Because it's not
Yeah,
like
because they're
you know,
all-wheel drive.
NASCAR full of wedge
Yeah,
and all kinds of shit you got to change
yeah,
out.
yep.
And I'm curious, I'm sure they'll hold up to brushless just fine. So
Yeah, it's all metal drivetrain already. Yeah,
I don't know. They should hold up to it pretty well stock. And then, of course, once you upgrade it to the beefier shit, you'll be golden.
yeah,
Because again, it's 60% Grom parts, which is Arma stuff, and Arma stuff is probably the most indestructible stuff I've seen in years. For a
yeah,
long time, Traxxas was the king of tough. And then
yeah,
certain platforms just had their weak points. But the Armas, man, like, we don't even stock that many parts for them because they just don't fucking break.
yeah.
And if you do, it's because it got run over by a real car, or you put it into a wall at 80 miles an hour or something like that. And then it's catastrophic.
I took my
Replacing 30 different parts.
my fifth scale fuck. Not the Creighton, the
This scale,
fifth scale Arma.
that
Not
would
the
be the Outcast.
Outcast. I took that out the other day, beat the shit out of it, and it was fine. I
Mhm.
couldn't believe it. Like it took a beating.
Yeah, their plastics and the metal they use and stuff is real quality.
Because like
You,
one of my
you
things
really have
is,
to work the fucking arm up.
well, I always look at like, okay, what's RPM make for this? So when I break it, I know what I can get. And I
Hmm.
was like, okay, they make A arms, and so I was waiting. I'm like, fuck,
Yep.
I can't fucking break.
Yeah, because essentially they come with like RPM plastics, I think.
Yeah,
I
already.
think
Yeah.
it's glass filled nylon, basically the same as RPM. So,
Yeah. The shit's tough.
but it doesn't have the lifetime warranty like RPM does.
Yeah.
That's one of the cool things that a lot of people don't seem to know nowadays. Is like if you buy an RPM A arm, like if I'd have bought an RPM A arm for my RC10 in
Hmm.
1993
Yep.
and I broke it today, I could
You
take a
get,
picture of it, send them an email, and there's new ones on the way.
yep. New ones. Yep.
And RPM's pretty quick too.
Mhm.
Um, they're pretty quick about turnaround stuff like that. Usually a week or two at most.
Yeah. My thing with cars is always, what does RPM make for it? Does Lunsford
Yeah.
make buckles for it? Which Lunsford's gone, which sucks. Does that
Yeah.
IP make drive one?
Uh,
And then K&K make a hardware kit for it.
yeah, Mark, we could do a race in the parking lot to the side of the shop. And that
That's
would
what
be
I was
way
thinking.
cheaper. I got my ass kicked on the Mini Z racing. I started the Mini Z racing around here. I mean, Dr. Jellyfingers had it in Daytona, and there was a couple. But I got them all in because I wanted to get it going and spend all this money on tracks and lights and all this shit.
Mark.
And
Oh,
then fucking barely we had like 6 to 10 guys each time. And then by the time I invested everything and then gave everyone prizes, I'm like, well, I lost like $2,500 doing this.
Mark was getting the Kyle Busch one. He could throw a shit fit when he crashes out of the race.
Dan says he'll get a couple eventually. All right, later, Rob, even though you're probably gone.
I like Mike's idea with making a fraction grom would be badass.
I think that's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
Um, Dylan, relax with the paw. Uh, I would like to
Go
go. I would like to bring the Mini Z racing back, Mike. But see, Mike's a local. He was in on it. Like he's one of the
Yeah.
ones that I got into the Mini Z shit. And like I lost my ass on it. Then everyone else started tracks and they started doing like a series, a point series, and then no one even got a hold of me to see if I wanted to be in it. And I was like, well, what the fuck? I'm like, there's no point in the time and expense now at this point. They're doing it elsewhere. They're
Did I
getting
show you guys this one yet?
so like you guys are still having fun with it. So if you guys didn't have a track to race on and shit still, and you were just counting on me, then I'd be like, okay, I'm still in. But like y'all motherfuckers are racing them like crazy anyway. So maybe Mike, if you want to run it, maybe then we talk about that and you run it. You come in on Saturday or whatever day and you set it up and you run it and shit. And we split some money and whatnot. But I don't have the time or the urge to do it. If you want to do that, we can make it work. But me doing it all, nah, it wasn't worth it. Dude, he's a fucking can of worms right now because I was outside
Obviously.
working on the Bronco forever. So he was in here pissed off, whining at the door in the garage.
Oh, he's all full of piss and vinegar
Oh
then.
yeah. What up, Wayne?
Oh,
That was the point, Mike. Was cheap and easy and fun. You
yeah.
remember that? I used to tell people all the time, no bitching, no getting serious, no freaking out, no whining, no yelling. Otherwise, you're fucking gone. That's not what this is about. This is about having a good time, and if you win something, whatever, great. Sounds good, Mike. Yeah,
Oh,
not
crap.
cheating on my hand.
Okay, parts. Parts,
What?
parts.
Oh,
Um,
you looking up parts for it that are available?
well, I was gonna show you guys. I got this thing, but I need parts for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I was still going off about
Yeah,
minis. That's
the
which one
charisma.
is that?
Charisma.
That's right. That's the charisma. Yep.
Yeah. So these are 24th scale, so they're bigger than the Mini Z.
Yep.
All-wheel drive, brushless out of the box. So
How much was it? $200?
no, they're 160.
That sounds about right, really, for
Yeah.
Charisma. They do good stuff for cheap.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
But
And the
Charisma's
top tanks.
one, I don't know if we've talked about it here. I know you know this. I don't know if these guys know. Charisma is actually Ivan Charisma. Like that's his last name. And he owns a factory that makes a lot of other companies' shit. So one day he was like, well, fuck it. Like I make this for everybody else. Why don't I just start designing my own shit and making it? So that's where Charisma comes from.
Right.
And it's
Right.
usually a good price point because of that. You know what I mean? He cuts out a whole middleman right there. He's the manufacturer and the brand. So
Yeah.
Reed, holy shit, buddy. How you doing? I haven't talked to him in forever. Of course, the night that I'm leaving the Rent Rod project abandoned because I'm working on the Bronco and shit Reef shops on. Now we can ask Reef, are we still doing the Rent Rod build off or not? It's been so dead. Glad you're well, buddy. I assume you're staying in a camper again at BTC, I would think, right? Or an RV or something. Or are you getting an Airbnb this year?
Damn it. I'm to find.
Your YouTube live is on a Thursday at 10 in the morning for me. So I'm usually busy. I would watch the YouTube live, but at 10 a.m. for me on a Thursday, I'm generally working and doing shit, so I can't
Same
make it
here.
full time. Oh, you're staying in an Airbnb? Okay. Oh yeah, it is 4, isn't it? I was thinking backwards because no, you're earlier. Yeah, you do it at 1 p.m. your time, right? That's what I've always read. Or is it
So
1
it'd be
p.m.?
4 p.m. here for you.
Right? Oh shit, that's
Beer
right.
earlier, like it's 6
Yeah,
o'clock
yeah,
here. I'm
I'm being
6:30 here.
retarded. Yeah.
Other way, dude. Other way.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I've been thinking retarded the whole time backwards. So that's part of it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know. I know, Jeremy. Fuck
Do
off.
they really?
Yeah, I saw the email.
Oh, seriously. What's the name of that company again?
Good to
Fuck.
see you, Juice Box, aka Jeremy. God, what is the name of it?
Shit, what's the name of that company?
It's not Hubsan.
No,
I
it's
could go look at my trailer, I guess. Hold
it's
on. What
Robeson.
about that?
Robeson.
Yeah,
Robeson.
yeah. Robosen.
Do they really have a Megatron now? Oh
Yeah,
my God, they
yeah, I
do.
saw.
And a Grimlock?
Hmm. But when you're talking what, 750 to $1,000.
Oh, he turns into the tank.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Don't do it. Don't do it, motherfucker. You're gonna end up
Oh,
like me. I got Optimus and the trailer already.
no. Dude, it's Megatron though.
Reef, you buy them all. You're good for that. Dude has 2 rippers.
Whoa, they have a Rise of the Beast edition Optimus too.
I don't think I saw that one. Is it the same thing?
That
Fully
it's the newer
transforming?
Optimus.
Oh, I don't give a shit about new Optimus. I'm an 80s kid.
Oh, he looks pretty rad though, man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
all
why I
weathered
look
and beat
at it.
up.
Because you know, after I look at shit like that, I go, oh, into the cart, check out.
He's so wet. He's all weathered and beat up, man. He looks so cool.
4 rippers now, Reef? Jesus Christ. Trying to corner the goddamn market. I wonder what is that? I think there's 165. What's 165 divided by 4? What percentage do you
Ooh,
have? You have like 2.5% of the rippers made now.
Jesus.
That's ridiculous.
That's insane. I got 12. You got 12 juice box?
No, he doesn't.
You're full of it.
He's just being a fucking clown.
So the Grimlock on Robosun is $1,800.
Yep. Yep.
Jesus.
This shit ain't cheap, dude. I don't even
That's
remember
so
what
cool.
I paid for Optimus in the trailer, nor do I
Don't
want.
go look. You'll just feel bad about yourself.
I'll just buy them and be pissed, and it will suck.
And
I
then
got
the
big block
OG
parts.
Bumblebee's freaking rad too. OG
Yeah, is it a
Bumblebee.
Beetle?
Yeah.
It pissed me off when he was a Camaro in the new movies. I'm like, what shit is this? But it pissed me off when Optimus was a long and tall instead of a cab over too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Bumblebee doesn't transform. Garbage.
No, he
Yeah, have
doesn't.
you ever seen Juicebox's DeLorean?
DeLorean.
Yeah. His RC
think
one.
so. Yeah, I have seen it before. I think I've seen it
It's
before.
all decked out like the real deal. That thing is sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Reef, dude. Miss you, buddy. Uh, we don't talk enough anymore, man. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. How far is the
We've been
Airbnb you're
talking.
staying from the event? We're staying at the Hampton again, as always. Josh and fucking Jeremy broke the band up ages ago, and they stare at Airbnbs like you now. But he only dances. Okay.
Yeah.
Around the corner. Hell yeah, cool. When we were looking at Airbnb several months ago, the closest we could find was like 10 minutes away.
Shit.
We know you hate hotels, Juice Box. I hate having to do laundry and the dishes and make the bed and all the other bullshit. I do appreciate Airbnbs. Like when we go on family vacations for a week or two, they're awesome for that. But for 3, 4 days, I'd rather be in a hotel. You're something, Juice Box. That's for sure. I can't believe Reef has 4 rippers now still. Jesus, where have I been? That shows you that we don't fucking bullshit enough anymore. Unless I knew he had 2. What numbers do you have now, Reef? Mine is 76, as I recall. Let me see. Reef's don't look like mine, though. His are all nice and pretty. Mine is beat the fuck up. Yep, 76. This is the only crawler I'm bringing to Breach Creek this year. Doing the creek with this one. Oh, that means Reef, you can be on the Ripper run. Ah, everything
Run
going?
a ripper on the ripper run. I see
Yeah,
that.
well, the Ripper Run is there was another guy when I posted on Facebook a while back saying that I was doing the creek with the Ripper. He's like, I'm bringing one, I'll do it. I was like, fuck yeah. So if Reef is coming, you have 4. Shit, give 3 radios to other people. We can have a mob fucking Ripper Run on the creek. People would shit their pants. You don't have 76, Reef. I have 76.
That's a bit suspicious.
Right? Can I come? Yeah, steal one of Reef's Rippers. I'll even prove it right now. Let me see. Little focus. Can you see that?
Oh, 7 6. Oh no, that's 8. Isn't that an 8? That's 78.
Oh, it is. I do have 78. Whoops. Sorry, Reed. That's fucking cool that you have 76 then and I have 78. Do any of yours have a 999 in them?
I would
That's
hope
what I
so.
want. I think he still has a few left personally, so they should all have 999s in them as far as I'm concerned. Put the rarest servo ever made and the rarest RC truck ever made. It's a fucking match made in heaven.
And then drive the piss out of them and piss everybody
Yeah. Never broke the Ripper or the 999, and I've beat the shit out of it. People have almost cried when they see me drive that thing before. Like, that's a Ripper? Yeah. Can you drive it? Like, oh my God. You know how much that's worth? I'm like, yeah, I bought it to drive, dude. The whole point of buying a Ripper was to beat the hell out of it because they don't break. Gold number 1. Okay, and 999. Yeah, my boy.
Nice. There's a guy here locally. It's got a what year is it? It's a 67 GT 500. Shelby GT 500. He dailies it. He bought it brand new.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Drives it every fucking day. And everybody's like, holy shit, that's a GT 500. He's like, yeah. He's like, I bought it in
789,000 miles on it.
Yeah, no, yeah. He's like, I bought it in 67 for like 30,000 or whatever the fuck it was. He's
I
like, I
don't
bought
think
it
they were
brand
that
new.
bad. I think they were like 15 or something, which was weird
Whatever, yeah. I mean,
back
he's like,
then.
I
But
bought it new. He's like, it's a $15,000 car to me. He's like, I drive it
yeah,
every day. Everybody's like shitting their pants. So
I love that.
I love it too. I'm like,
I
hell
am
yeah.
not, even though like I'm a shelf queen guy when it comes to my associated collection.
Yeah,
That a big part of that's for posterity and history, right?
right.
And usually I have a version of all of them that are
That
new
you
and
drive.
been
Yeah.
built that's driven.
Yeah.
But when it comes to RCs and vehicles in general, I'm like, drive the motherfucker. Don't like they don't do any good just sitting there looking pretty.
Yeah. Oh, Juice Box a little late to the
Juice
show.
box, you're way late, dude. Everybody's getting a NASCAR. Some people are buying multiples.
Nick was like fucking Oprah in here. You're getting a NASCAR. You're getting a NASCAR.
Yep. Not really. I ain't giving anybody
Oh,
shit.
come on. There's only 8 of us in here.
Yeah, that's only $1,000. Mike, you can generally buy a Ripper for about $10,000 to $14,000.
It's so stupid.
They come up for sale. I almost bought a second one not long ago because the guy had a beautiful undriven one in the Ripper owners group
Oh, wow.
that I think he was only selling for like 7 or 8 thousand. Only 7 or 8 thousand.
Yeah, only.
And I'm like, holy fuck, that's cheap. I should buy that. And I'm like, no, bad Nick. You have a Ripper.
That's
No.
insane.
But I knew I could have bought it and flipped it, and made like 2 or 3, 4 grand easy.
Is it? It's got to be the most expensive individual RC car out there is a Ripper.
No,
Really? What would be more
not when you get into vintage shit.
like what?
There's vintage stuff like some guys post some really rare vintage shit like my cable drive MIP and shit like that. Things on that level. And
Hmm.
they'll post a perfectly fair price, and then you watch all the people that have no idea go, who pays this? I can remember once a few months ago a post like that came up, and I'm like, you understand there's a group of us out there that like we do private auctions. The shit doesn't even come up on
Yeah.
Facebook or eBay. It's
Yeah.
everyone knows each other, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna do an email auction, blah blah blah, and some of the vintage shit can go for as much as 20 grand.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, there's not a ton of it, right? You're talking maybe 50 or 100 cars in the world out there.
And how many Rippers were made?
But 165, I think it was when they were all said and done.
Okay.
I think that includes the prototypes, but I could be wrong.
Gotcha.
Hold on, I gotta catch up here. Mine look great. I like how he says mine look instead of looks for plural. Fucking dick. Looking down at me from the shelf. Yeah, but you've driven at least one of them, right? Reef is one I always give shit to about. Drive that bitch. Well, good, Mark. We got 24, so that means I got 23 left. One ticked off the box. We're getting 4 of each.
I keep trying to not pull my
Or a
finger.
red cat. A lot cheaper, more dependable. Bullshit, Jeremy. There is nothing more dependable than a Ripper. Like Jeremy's seen the shit I do to that thing and how I drive it. Never a problem once.
Durability for dollars.
Same with the Reefs 999 that's in it and the Holmes equipment that's in it. Like you build it with top shelf shit, it lasts forever. Yes, you have to find someone selling it for resale, Mike. And I'm not joking when I say $10,000 to $14,000.
Yeah.
Finding
How
one
much were
for
they
under
new? Weren't they?
$10,000 is almost impossible.
They were like over $1,000 for just the kit when they were new, right?
$1,800 for the kit when they were new.
And the kit was like still wasn't everything, was it? It was like not. It wasn't like you just need electronics.
Not even close.
Yeah.
The kit was the cage, the panels, the headlights, the light bar, links. I think that was it.
What trans and axle did it use?
It didn't come with one.
Well, what was it made for?
It was built for SCX 10.2 shit.
Oh, okay.
I put Vanquish tranny in here.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think I put dig in it, but honestly, oh yeah, I have dig in it. Um,
And what axles are you running?
I used incision drive shafts. I've got the nice Curry axles,
Curry
the badass
axles.
ones.
Yeah. Housings.
Bumper came with it. But yeah, that's it.
That's insane
To,
for 18.
to build one, like for
Yeah.
retail costs, it was like to build a nice one for retail is 2,500, 3 grand, which is why people shit their pants when they came
Well,
out.
it's 3 grand brand new, and so then you take the collector value in. So I mean, 10 is not out of that far out of reach. I mean,
No, and honestly,
started at
never
three.
ever if you build it with Vanquish axles and tranny and shit like that, you're never gonna break the thing.
Oh, was it really CNC titanium, the chassis?
No, aluminum.
Oh,
It
okay. I was gonna
started as
say,
a
geez.
100 pound ingot,
Oh shit.
and the whole cage, like the whole
Oh,
cage,
it's not. It's a CNC solid CNC piece. It's not welded.
this cage is all one piece out of that. Well, it's not all one piece. Like you can see here, the cage bolts together. You could
Okay.
never assemble it and shit if it was just a pure cage
Right.
design. But all of these panels, everything was out of that 100 pound block of aluminum.
Fuck.
Like, if anyone recalls, shortly after the Rippers came out, how Vanquish had back orders for ages after that. It's because all the CNC machine time was getting eaten up making Rippers.
Yeah, because you got to mill a big block down to just those thin bars and do it right.
Yeah, my guess is that 100 pound ingot was probably 90 pounds of scrap when it was done.
Right. Yeah. It just
Probably
milled it.
95 pounds, really, because aluminum's light.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
shit, I gotta get back up. No, I think he's talking about the Ripper. The Ripper's not vintage yet. Gotta be 25 years, bro.
When
You
did
have
they come
not been
out?
getting me all worked up all day. I've been getting you all worked up all day over the NASCAR. I started yesterday. Like,
How
what
old are the
you
Rippers
coming
now?
up? Huh? The
How
Rippers
old are the Ripper
were
now?
5 years ago, I think. 4 or 5 years ago.
2018, 19?
18 sounds right.
Yeah. 19 says Mark.
19, okay.
So they're pushing 5 years now.
Oh, now Mike has discovered the fifth scale gloriness. That's real hard to get in the States. Yeah, shit, you can spend 20K on one of those F1 or
That's
car fifth scale
that's
Euro
that's
car.
my freaking that's my weakness is fit skills. Fucking
I would
ridiculous.
love one, but I just have nowhere to drive it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't yeah, I don't drive mine that often because they just I can run it out in front of my house, but it pisses everybody off.
And they're so goddamn expensive. Like
Yeah.
a sick fifth scale from Europe, touring car, F1 car with hydraulic calipers and everything like that for the brakes. You're starting at 5 to 10 grand.
Probably. I've seen them around 3, but then shipping, you're at 5. Probably.
Yeah,
I
shipping
don't
and
know.
duty. Yep.
Yeah, I've seen them around 3 before for something that's
Yeah, but
inch
is that
low.
is that hydraulic brakes or is that mechanical brake?
Yeah, I've seen hydraulics for around 3.
Okay. I
But
suppose you probably keep up on it. I haven't looked at them.
there's a new company I got fucking would have to look. There's a new company I found that's US based that's selling some of those European and German fit scales here. Like there's a
So they're a
warehouse,
distributor or something.
and there's one that I'm fucking dying over. It's like a 6 scale, but it's a freaking Baja style truck, and it's scaled out to the nines.
Mark says
It's
NBC parts, or Mike says NBC parts.
I don't know if that doesn't sound familiar, but let me look.
I'm guessing that's where he said he found his. But well, and now that we're talking about it, fucking Reef. Why don't we if you buy if
This
Reef
is one of them, but not the one I
touring
was.
fifth scale or F1 fifth scale, I'll buy one. But that means when I fly to California once a year, I'm taking it and we're running them. And when you fly here once or twice a year, you're bringing it here and we're running them. Because we're not going to run them more than a few times a year when we're together. So I haven't heard of them. The stuff I know is FG and God, there's two other ones, but again, I haven't looked into this stuff in years, so I'm forgetting them. One was Italian, but I think they're gone now, like Benzoni or something like that. Bergonzoni. Bergonzoni, I think, was the Italian one that used to be around. All right, Reef, you buy yours and send me a text picture of it bought, and I'll buy the same one. But let's try and keep it to less than $5,000, please. I got real vehicles to build, guns to buy, ammo to buy, all that expensive shit.
I wish I could find this one again. Fuck.
Oh, it's NBA RC parts. Mark is on it, dude. I wonder if he's just the guy that's real good at Google and just sits there and
Yeah, I've seen NBA.
instantly
Familiar with
search
that one.
everything.
They do
How's
the
the Cane Corso doing, Reef? How you doing with that big a beefy dog? He's got to be a monster by now. Last time I saw a video of him a month or so ago, he was a pretty big son of a bitch. You're heavy.
Damn, wish I could find this.
Yes, that's me, Mark says. Okay. You got two now. God damn. Are they both males or you got male and female? ADH Google powers. Stop. Stop, please.
Damn.
Thank you. Sit.
Wish I would have bookmarked that site, damn it.
Good boy. Relax. Relax. Hey. Show me a link to what I'm buying, Reef says. You know how to do that. Post the link there. Both males, dude. God damn. Are they like I can't remember when I talked to the breeders several years ago in 2019 or whatever when I was first found them and was thinking about one. Uh are they chiller as males than they are females? Like Dobermans? Dobermans, it's actually easier to have the male because females are more high strung. They can get a little more aggressive, shit like that than the males do. The males are mostly just like, let me run around and play with me and I'll protect you if someone tries to fuck you up and then chill. The females are like, I'm always ready to fuck somebody up. And I've got an attitude. So if you don't do everything I want, I'm going to be pissed and annoying. Yeah, same as Dobies. Okay. It's funny. It's like real life, huh? The males are much chiller than the females. Mammals don't change, right? Doesn't matter if we walk on two legs or four. I can't. Are you bringing them to Pro Line? I plan to bring Dylan to Pro Line. They're good with other dogs, I assume. You've socialized them and shit. You should bring them to Pro Line. We'll do a fucking crazy.
Are you bringing Dylan to Pro Line?
Yeah,
Oh, sweet.
I'm flying with that mother. He's good to stay in the camper, right?
I don't care.
Okay.
My dog will be all pissy when she gets back in there after him, but oh well, she'll be fine.
You were cheating on me, you son of a bitch.
Oh yeah, she'll be all butthurt over it.
Yep. Dylan will
But
be the same.
she'll be okay.
Yeah, because he'll be fine walking the trails and shit with me. He's used to that.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have a good time. I mean, honestly, it's
There it
California,
is.
so I'd be scared that like Dobermans are illegal there, like a fucking 11 round magazine. But he's registered service dog, so that's why I can fly with him.
Damn, I wish I could
Aren't
find this.
you? But that's more for me to service you, not vice versa, because you can't handle me without dad. He's like, I'm more than 3 feet away from dad. Fuck, I'm freaking out. Ah, dude, you got to bring him to Pro Line. Just get a bigger camper. Rent a bigger camper. Dude, it would be the shit. We'll just fuck. We could get him in the horse thing and let them all run around together. It would be wonderful. How old are they now? Your first one is what, year and a half or so? Is the other one a pup, or did you get it when it was older? Reef.
Woo.
Did you find a link to show Reef what he's buying yet?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to find them. I gotta. It was.
All
It was.
right. And you know who to ask then, Mark. Send him a
I was
link.
in one of those fucking deep dive searching the internet shit, and
Reef, do we want to do F1 or touring? I think touring would be more practical for all around use and
the
being.
one that had me hot and heavy was the fucking Baja truck, fifth scale electric Baja truck, like scale Baja truck, independent front, solid axle rear. It was fucking rad, and I should have fucking bookmarked it. I can't find it.
You mean the
Pisses
Kraken?
maybe.
I think you're talking about the Kraken. They've been around for like 15 years or more. They're based off HPIs.
No, not the Kraken. This was
No, not the Kraken.
scale. This was way more like super scale looking. Like it looked like a real one shrunk down.
That sounds like this. Rocco and Kane, eh? Nice. Well, bring him to Pro Line, you son of a bitch. Do it. I have to watch mine all by myself. You'll have your girl there to help you, so you got a lot of work off. Juice box, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Not.
Dude, do your dogs still have balls, Reef? Juice box knows where this question's going. Dylan has no balls anymore. Juice box is very disappointed.
Helps him mellow out.
I actually sent Juice box a picture of Dylan's balls the morning before they got cut off. Like, here you go. Here's the last one. They were so big, he says. And I was telling him, like, they weren't that big. It makes me question your ball size as a man. All right, later, Reef, buddy. Not Kane. Kane still has balls then? Or you're not bringing Kane? Well, he's out anyways. Like a car crash. It's true, because whenever he'd lay down or anything, his balls were just always hanging out.
Oh, okay. I found not the website, but I found the car. It's actually 8 scale. I apologize. It's 8 scale, all metal, scale, off-road, Baja.
A Baja with 8 scale.
But it's got like it's
scale.
rack and pinion steering.
What?
And yeah, no, it's fucking rad.
So it's like a $3,000 8 scale?
1,800 is for the kit. But
That really doesn't seem that bad at all if it's got
no electronics, but
steering.
it's fucking rad, and it's so scale.
Because we all have to remember, I'm just starting to come to terms with this, but I know a lot of people haven't gotten there yet. Money has become kind of worthless the last 4 years. So when I hear 1,800 now, it just makes me think like, oh, $700, $800 in real money. Okay, that's not so bad. We just play with Monopoly money that they print every day and make worthless now.
Right.
The Dog and Van Wilder. God, what a classic movie that was. That's one of those movies that I can't wait till the kiddo's old enough to watch it with her. Like, I probably need to wait till at least 16.
Okay, I gotta find this. He's gonna butt the hell out of me.
No one still gave Reef a link. So someone send me a link so I can send him a link.
I'll send you a link to that
The
well, look it
I
up.
need is another giant fucking RC car.
It's called a Capo U4.
Oh, it's a Capo. And it's only $1,800. Yeah, it's a good deal for capo.
Yeah,
Their
Capo
shit's off in
U4
2, 3, 4 grand.
CD1582X is the model.
That sounds capo. Yep.
Yeah, it's so fucking pretty.
Capo douchery numbers. But the thing with the capos, I've never owned one. I've thought about owning them until I talked to people that own them. And the capo is a company made by like real automotive engineers and shit, which is why they make things the way they do. But I've also heard that they come with a lot of problems.
Yeah, I can.
The Ripper, no doubt, it wasn't cheap, but the
Yeah,
fucker got built and is reliable, and I'm probably never gonna have to maintain it until I'm fucking 60.
yeah,
Capos are very like over engineered and finicky. Like they use a lot of cables for things that then you constantly have to adjust for lockers and other things. And
sure.
it's just a lot of tedious bullshit. Not necessarily that the quality's bad, it's just the way it works out, you're working
See,
on.
I don't even know if that's. It looks like the one I saw, but I still don't think this is it.
If it was super badass in scale, it could have very well been a capo. Have you seen the guy custom building an RC10 in this scale? Gold pan?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing. He's almost done with it. Now he's working on figuring out the body design. It is fucking huge, and it is a gold pan, just blown up. That's one where in the future I might be like, hey, you ever want to sell that? I'll take it. Mike has a capo? Like Mike RC guy? Muck Boots Mike has a capo? I could see it. When it comes to RCs, Mike doesn't fuck around. Oh, Loman. Yeah, Loman probably has one. Loman's like me. I can't keep track on what he has. He has too much shit. Um, but yeah, they're beautiful, but they come with their issues. From what I've heard, this is hearsay from people I know that own them. But I've heard enough that it's turned me off on to buying
God, I
them.
can't find
When
anything.
RC Sparks
there.
first, when Capo first came out,
Yeah,
and
he's got a
RC Sparks
capo.
first did the 8x8.
Yeah.
My God, what was that? I was still in grades. That was like 12, 13 years ago when they came out.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, that looks sick," and then it was like $2,800. And again, real money, not monopoly inflation money. I was like, "Oh, nope." At that point in life, I was like, "Shit, anything
So
over
what?
dollars will break me."
Interesting. I see what he's doing now.
What? Who's doing?
The guy doing the fifth scale.
Oh yeah, he's making all his own parts and just blew it all up.
It's really not that hard what he's doing.
No, it's
The
not.
transmission would
If
be the
you
tricky.
have the skills, the time, and the equipment to do it. If you're missing one of those three things, that one goes away, you're fucked.
Yeah, he's got it. He's driving it already. It's moving
Oh,
around.
I know. It's fucking awesome. All right. I'm gonna go
Huh.
take a piss. Why don't you share that to the screen so everybody can enjoy the giant RC10? If you got a video of it running, share that shit.
I'm hunting for it. I thought, hell,
Do it now.
I'm looking.
Do it.
All right, I got it. If you let me screen share, you prick. I guess I can post the link to the video. There we go. I'll post it in here. Hey. There, I put it in the chat. I don't know if I can screen share it. Let's see. Nope, you disabled it.
I don't disable it. It does it on its own. It's
Oh,
like
something's on fire.
off with my camera off lately. Fucking Zoom.
He's got a picture of it running and it's on fire.
I can't hear anything anymore because I'm peeing. Loud when you unleash a fire hose.
Whatever makes you feel better, buddy.
Fucking excellent comeback. You know, and see, I think most of the people on here will get this. I constantly have to step over OBS
Oh, we're also sad that
Pro
you have to step over that.
because I leave it on the floor as the block from the robot vacuum getting into shit I can't get into.
All right, I put a
One
link
day
to
I was like, what can I put here? There we go.
I put a link to it in the chat so everybody can see it.
I don't see a link in the chat.
It's not my problem.
Looks like the Losi NASCAR's IC2 battery connection. That sucks. A
And then
10
here's
scale
the
fire
link
hose.
to that
The Zinga
capo.
mark. Well, we can always change them to IC3 or EC3, or there's an app.
So he did it. It's an acrylic chassis right now. He hasn't done aluminum yet.
Oh, that's right. I have to allow you to share screen.
And then
My mouse.
A-arms are simple. Steering's simple. You have to find some shocks. The transmission would be the trickiest part of the
All
whole
right, try it again.
Yeah. Which one do I want? Let me go this way. Hopefully that's big enough.
Man, a guy goes to get a drink and takes a piss, and the whole viewers just drop. It's all right. Now very few people get to see the coolness.
There you go. Is it Sharon?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, so
see, that's still prototype shit then.
Yeah, but watch, it catches on fire right there.
I didn't know he had any videos on it like this. I've only seen the pictures he posted in old school. Like, look at the fucking wheels and tires, dude.
Whoosh.
They're spot on. Oop, yep.
Whoosh. Oh, yeah, he drops the Deans from.
Oh, he dropped it and it dead shorted.
Yeah, he dropped it. Was like a smaller pack for like the
Dude,
receiver or something.
download ad block for God's sakes. Because he's got an aluminum chassis he's doing for it.
I saw it, but he doesn't have a video with the aluminum chassis, I don't think.
Okay. Like, it's going to be straight up gold pan. I love the wheels, dude, and the fucking knockoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to own that someday. He doesn't know it yet, but that's actually mine.
I don't know why. I mean, I could probably make it. I could do that. I mean, the stuff he's done, I just have to you have to figure out what shocks. And then
that's the hard part, is getting the shocks custom machine and the
shocks and transmission.
And
yeah, but there's
doesn't need anything. You can print a tranny.
Well, those could be just 8-scale shocks off of something too.
Yeah, I mean, that's not how I would do it, and that's not what I've seen he's doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, this guy is not fucking around, dude. When he's said and done, it's going to be a giant 1984 gold pan.
Yeah. Huh.
We're probably killing people with this because, well, actually, everyone in here's into this shit.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking cool is that, man?
Mm-hmm.
Even the nose tubes and like everything.
Yeah, no, he's got
fucking spot on.
The front shock tower doesn't look tall enough, though.
Because you're thinking of later years.
Oh, because it's wide, but it doesn't.
And I see what you're saying. I think part of it's the angle it's at.
Well, things don't always scale up right either. So.
And that the original shock towers were a little different than the later ones.
The rear looks right, just from what I see.
So fucking cool, dude. I love to see people do shit like this.
Yeah.
And it's different now. Like, back in the 80s, someone doing this would have had to literally take a chunk of plastic and machine every A-arm and shit. Whereas he can 3D print it and stuff. But, like, it's still so fucking cool.
Do you have a newer video on it? I think that's his newest video on it. Let me see.
I didn't even know there was a YouTube on it. I've just seen what he posts on Old School RC and Facebook.
That's the clear one he's doing a build on. Clear one. I think that's his most recent Fisco one, is that one. Yeah. Yeah.
So cool.
And he does a clear build, and then, yeah.
And
That is
again,
cool.
that's another one where it's like, oh, I have to have
Oh,
it.
wait, no, here we go.
Drive it
This
like
has
once
got
a
some
year.
stuff. This one's got some stuff, it looks like.
You need to put it on full screen.
There.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there's the chassis.
That's the aluminum chassis. Yeah.
Yep. And the shocks are right, I think. Like, look at the shock color.
Yeah.
As I recall, he machined those or someone else did.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I like how he's got the stock style battery trays, but there's two of them and they're way
There's
tall.
two of them. Yeah.
Run on like 8S.
It'll be cooler if he can do a bigger battery as a single down the middle. That would just be.
Yeah, because shit, now you can get well, you can't get an AS 10,000 that would fit in there, I don't think.
Yeah. You know, it'd be really cool is if he 3D printed a NiCad and put a lipo in it, so it looked like a big 3D printed NiCad, like it was scaled up NiCad.
Well, the thing too is
the
that
lipo
maybe
into
he's
it.
not thinking about is he could do the traditional sideways pack.
Oh, really old school. Yeah. Like
Yeah, that's how you were originally told to build them, was they were transverse.
I would want to 3D print or design an old school swiper ESC just for looks that's tied into the throttle channel.
Swiper, no swiping.
Ah. You got to be a dad to know that joke.
Yep.
Or a really weird adult.
If you're one of those weird adults watching children's show on your own that your children have an interest in, please tune out.
Why do you watch Dora by yourself?
Yeah, please tune out. Go to Hollywood. We'll bust you later.
No, that'd be fun to do that. That'd be a blast.
Like, look how cool that thing is, dude.
Oh, yeah.
And look at all the shit he's just showing off behind it that we can't hear.
Fucking Ultima 86.
Yep. The limited edition new Ultima.
Yeah.
We opened one of those up on the show. Ah, there you go. My man.
Yep.
Open that bitch up. Fuck it.
I really want to do this now. I want to do
my God. You know what? I think, he's picking them up off the side. I thought he was pulling those parts out of the box. Like that was already just a box he stored shit in. Like the car wasn't even in there anymore. Because that's what I did when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
The box that shit came in became the spare parts and tools box.
That's what all my boxes have, all the extra shit in them too. Yeah. Yep. I need to go through them and get rid of a bunch of them, but yeah, I'm the same way.
I like how clearly the one on the passenger side was a test print as bright green.
Oh, yeah, you can see that. Yeah.
But the yellow steering he did is aftermarket steering you could buy for them, just blown up. And they came yellow, so that one's on point.
I really want to do these.
This guy doesn't fuck around. I am noticing his servo mount for steering servo isn't scale to the real one.
Yeah, it should be it
should be just a block.
A block with a loop on the top, or no, it was just a block.
It was just a fucking big rectangle block.
If he wanted to do it, he could have done a aluminum block and black.
I know why he did it, because he's got two screws.
Yeah,
holding it in due to the torque
instead of one.
He had to.
Yeah,
because I think when he first started, he started with just the block. And
well, if he could do one, but it would be like a 5 or 6 mil screw, it would be enough.
Well, I don't know. With that much torque and something that heavy, I think it still might wiggle. But then again, when we built these back in the day, they didn't even come with the blocks at first. You just double-sided take the servo in.
Well, like he could have done aluminum block and made it just anodized it black to make it look like it's plastic, you know?
Well, yeah, but you got to anodize it white.
White or black? White.
Yeah. He's going for old school RC10. I would expect everything's going to end up white like the wheels. Those wheels are perfect. The battery trays are perfect.
Yeah.
They look identical to how that plastic looked.
I want to do this now.
All right, I'm in.
I got to get a bigger CNC machine.
One for you.
Well, I got to get a bigger CNC machine. My CNC's not big enough.
Of course, there's a reef servo in there. What else?
Of course,
Mark.
What, an NSDRC?
Seeing it sucks. We don't talk about alphabets here. Um, and like now that Reef's gone, I'm like, I wonder if Reef even knows he would be into
Yeah.
Reef. But see, then I'd be fucked. I'm glad Reef's gone because if I ever get him to sell it, Reef would start a bidding war with me and win.
I think I can do this. I just need a better CNC mill.
All right, a summertime project. We're running RC10 or RC5s at Proline too.
Dude, that'd be so much fun.
But the problem is the nose plate and the chassis.
Well, and the with your connections to Associated, if I could get the scale drawings of the RC10, like the like engineering drawings or copies of them, that'd be so much easier to scale them up.
Mm. Hold on.
Oh, no shit. You got them?
I don't know.
I actually got one of those Riario on-road cars.
I'm
I
not
enjoy
sure. That's what we're gonna figure out because I got my books that I
it.
bought.
Yeah.
My associated literature.
Yeah, because if you had the engineering sample drawings, then
Dylan,
it's
don't be
so easy
drooling
to
on my books.
scale it up. Like it's literally just measuring math. So easy.
Well, I could probably talk to Curtis and get the stuff if it's not in here. I didn't end
Well,
up taking time to
it'd be
read it
nice to have
last
their
night.
blessing too, you know.
Oh yeah, Curtis is cool as hell, dude. That would be no problem.
That would be so much fun to make, man. Oh,
Oh, nothing. Then it's catalog stuff. Yep, and then parts catalog.
well, and it gives me an excuse to buy my new 3D printer I want to buy too.
There you go. That's what we do on
Oh,
the
fuck.
show, right? Just figure out reasons to spend more stupid money.
Well, I want to get a new printer that does bigger prints and does carbon, which is what you need to do like A arms and C blocks and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's pretty
Man, it'd be
big.
fun.
And that's got to be like 100% infill shit.
Yeah, and then but like the shock towers, those are CNC nylon probably. You get the nylon sheet and you CNC them.
Oh, you have a CNC?
I have a small one. I could do the shock towers on my CNC, but I couldn't do the chassis.
Well, really, what the CNC should be is thick G10.
That's true. G10, not nylon. That's right.
Get it right, you son of a bitch.
I'm not the associated expert. You are.
Yeah, but you know.
I know enough.
You know better.
See, then the I would have done the aluminum chassis different. I would have cut it in one piece and did a break on the side so there's less welds.
True, but he doesn't have a giant stamping machine.
He's got a fucking mill sitting behind him and a lathe. So he's got some tools. I don't have a lathe. I'd have to borrow my buddy's lathe.
I see what you're talking about, Mark, on the lunchbox. There's actually a guy that races at Vonats that has a white lunchbox like that that says free candy on the side.
All right, I'm gonna
So
close.
you've been beaten to it. Ha
All right, well, that's on another another project on my long list of
Yeah,
projects.
it's only what we
So,
got: Borderlands, three wheelers, and now an RC5 for
the
Proline.
Borderlands is done. Like it's done. I just got to make another one. The gyro bike has been sitting here for a while. I need to get back on
That's
that,
what I was forgetting. I knew I was forgetting one.
and I need to do the dual wheel version of that, and then the three
No,
wheel.
I'd say the RC5s take priority over a dual wheel version.
Well, I really want this to work. This would be so fucking cool if I can get that to work.
That's what I'm saying. You just get the one to work, then you don't have to expand on it and make another one.
Well, the dual wheel is easy to work because it doesn't have the balance.
And if we build it the same specs as this guy and he figures out a way to get a body done and builds his own vacuum or thermoform press or whatever for it, oh shit, I'll give him $300 for the
I've
body.
been looking at
You know what I mean?
on how to make a vacuum form from DIY vacuum former.
It's not hard.
No, it's
It's
not.
not hard at all.
It's real easy to make one.
That's like you got questions on that, let me know, dude. I used to do thermoforming
Yeah. You just have to you got to make your mold. That's the tricky part. Make a proper.
No, the tricky part people forget about is where the air holes go. The mold is easy. It's figuring out where all the air holes go through the mold that they don't show up and they work right. That's the hard part. That's why that shit costs money.
Well, for vacuum forming, it's just a suction. There's not.
It is. But to do it right, to do it properly, like thermoforming, because thermoforming is just vacuum forming with heat. Same thing. It's got to be able to breathe.
Oh, that's true. You have to have holes
in the proper vacuum.
Yeah.
And when I graduated high school, I took a year off college and I worked at a thermoforming factory for a year. So I know that shit. So we are fucking golden. We might have to experiment a little. But I can also call people that are still from home that work at that place and be like, hey, does this look like it's going to work?
I want to know where he got his tires from.
I think he molded them himself.
Oh, shit. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I know how.
That's what Ralph, my buddy that built the huge front end loaders and all the other shit from Cabin Fever. I asked him, like, where'd you find the tires? He's like, I made them. I was like, God damn, dude. The fuck don't you do? He's like, it was pretty easy. And I'm like, it's coming from you, Ralph. I don't think it's that easy. You're just
genius. To do a 5th scale RC10, it would not be done by Pro Am by the Fire. I don't think there's so much. There's so much you have to make from scratch.
You brought it up.
The chassis, no problem. The front end, no problem. The transmission, that gets tricky.
Yeah, because we have to have gears machined.
I can 3D print gears that are tough enough. Tough enough. Nylon, you can
putz around and have fun. Yeah,
you can print nylon. Blah. It's all the machining work. Drive lines, shocks, the tires, making molds for the tires. That shit.
Well, and you don't have the machine equipment to make the shocks, right? So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna get a hold of this fucking guy.
No, I could do the shocks
and be like, hey, we want 2 of these. We're gonna do the rest, but we need these parts. What will you charge?
The shocks can be doable. The shocks is just getting the right diameter tube, aluminum tubing.
But you don't have a lathe and shit or a millie.
I have access to a lathe.
Oh, that's cool.
My buddy has 2 really nice lathes I can use.
Fuck yeah, there you go.
So I got a lathe. I can do the shock bodies. The cap, were the caps aluminum on the original one, or are they nylon?
Aluminum.
That's tricky.
And you built the shocks from the bottom.
Yeah, the cap's hard because the way they're machined.
We don't have to go full scale to OG RC10 where we build it with the bottom with the fucking snap ring. We can do it from the inside, like later models with shit you can.
The hard part is machining the bottom of the shock.
This is the worst part about this fucking show. And the best part. Is that it continues both of us to just like expand our shit, get even more projects going.
Right.
It's wonderful, but it's terrible. Like I already have like 40 projects, man.
Well, come summertime when I'm sitting at home bored, that's when shit hits the fan. So that's when shit like this happens and the Borderlands.
And if all goes well for me on my next 10-year plan in the next year, I'll be there with you for a while. And I'll be able to just focus on shit and getting it done and whatnot.
Oh yeah, this thing sitting behind me. These fucking things.
Stop it.
These came out fucking great.
Yes, I love you too. Yeah, they did, and they sound awesome.
Yeah, they came out killer.
Yeah. I love you too.
Yeah, that was a local guy that used to, when I worked at the hobby shop, he knew me and he found out I was doing speakers. He's like, I want to do them for the boats. I'm like, do it.
Give me a boat.
Yeah, he gave me the boat.
What?
Rock on. Yeah, see, I already started making parts for the dual wheel gyro bike one. That's the lower assembly.
Well, that sucks because now you gotta start making RC5 parts.
Oh fuck, dude! My CNC mill is like buried in my garage right now.
Yeah, well, school's almost done. You can dig it out.
Tell you what, I'll make a deal. If you can get me the engineering drawings for the whole car, I'll start working on it. 100%.
Done.
Yep, I'll do it. You give me the engineering drawings, and I'll start cutting shit and printing
Not
shit.
tonight. You'll have them tomorrow. I'm not annoying someone tonight, but tomorrow you'll
Oh
have.
yeah, I won't. I won't even be fucking with it till maybe I might fuck with it this weekend if I had the drawings.
And then on next Thursday's show, SASquatch has 3/4 of an RC5 printed and built.
And I look like I
That's
haven't
usually
slept.
how it
'Cause I
goes.
haven't.
Oh, I'm not really gonna fuck with it. And then a week later, it's like, hey, it's almost done.
Oh man.
Can you guys hear him going crazy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I still need to finish. I need to finish the three wheeler. I'm like 95% done with the three wheeler. And
What?
get all that done and send you. Do you want me to send you it assembled or in parts? You want to put it together?
Honestly, I'd like to say yes, but truthfully, no.
Or do you want to just wait for me to bring it to you at Proline?
Fuck no, we're running them together at Proline, motherfucker.
Well, as I said, do you want me to bring it to Proline or ship it to you? Before Proline?
Well, all I heard was ask, do you want it in parts or together? Dylan!
Well, or like I said, do you want me to just wait and bring it to you at Proline, or do you want me to send it to you and you have to bring it to Proline?
You know what? Younger me hates me for saying this with all the soul right now, but older me is much smarter and understands time. If you have the time to build it and have it ready to go at Proline, and I can send you electronics and shit, fucking tits.
Well, it's the same with the
If
Borderlands.
you don't, I'll put it together.
Well, I figured
I
I'll
really
bring.
want to put it together, but at the same time, it's like I know my time.
It's easy to put together once I have it all figured out. It's easy to build. So, because the Borderlands buggy I'm making for you, that's going to take a while to build. So, but that's all. Oh, it's not that one. Not that one. That one. There's your Borderlands buggy.
Yep, and visas.
There's your Borderlands buggy. Everything in's here to put it together. All the parts are in here.
Good boy. This is a good boy.
And I'm doing it all red for you instead of orange.
Oh, why does mine gotta be red?
Thought you'd like red. Is that a problem?
I hate red.
Oh, really?
It should have been green.
Oh, you fucker.
No, I'm just fucking with you. I don't hate red. I'm good with red.
Green. Thought you're a Honda guy, you prick. Green.
Oh, a Honda guy that owns a 79 Bronco with a 460?
Like three wheelers. Honda guy.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's right. It's a three-wheeler. I thought that was the goddamn.
No, this is the Borderlands buggy. This is the Borderlands.
Okay. Truthfully, I'm a Kawasaki guy.
No, okay. Fair enough.
Because it's always green for the win. Stop chewing on my arm.
Yeah, I got everything to put your Borderlands together sitting right here. Speed controller, got the motors.
Oh, you got that shit already too?
Yeah, the only thing I got the switch for the lights. The only thing I don't have is tires.
God damn, how much is this son of a bitch gonna cost me?
Shocks. Oh, this won't cost you anything.
The bullshit, I gotta pay you for the shit you had to buy.
The seat, you got the seat printed for it. Oh, there. The three-wheeler will cost some.
Give me an do it. I know you want to. Tear it up. It's just another one
Oh.
Okay, enough. Chillax.
Three-wheeler.
Up.
So the three-wheeler, I
Up.
got the axle.
Dylan,
got
up. Then fuck off.
springs, shafts. I got the motor. So the only thing I don't have for your three-wheeler is a servo and tires. That's the only thing I don't have for the three-wheeler.
Unfortunately, when it comes to servos, I know a guy.
Yeah.
And when it comes to tires,
The seat.
I know a guy.
That's so pretty. I love how the seat turned out.
It is. I can't wait.
Chassis plates.
Okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna call it build it.
I will.
I should, but I'll send you
Okay.
anything else you need and whatnot.
Well, just a servo and and a speed controller. Servo and a speed controller.
Okay.
The
They
Borderlands.
go what? Tegan probably?
Small. Oh, you know what'd be good is probably
Like
one of
an
the little
RS
hobby,
Pro then.
or one of the little hobby. Oh yeah, an RS Pro would be great. Yeah, that'd be great.
I love Hobby Wing too, but it's like for Tekin or for a custom project, we might as well step it up one notch.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll have this ready to go. I'll have the Borderlands buggy ready to go.
Ha-cha-cha.
Um, the only thing that's still up in there is the damn gyro bike, just because I haven't got it working yet. Yeah,
Well, finish that first, and
yeah.
then the RC5s.
Well, I mean, like the Borderlands buggy and the three wheeler is just putting it together. Like I've done most all the R and
Oh,
D.
I know. Those are done.
That
They
shit. Yeah,
done
those
the
are like
prototype, figured
a
out.
weekend
Good to
job.
go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I also remember I can yell at you guys while I pee, and you can see me. So I'm gonna do it again. Why'd you get into the toilet paper, you bastard? Damn it, Dylan. Fucking kids, man.
Oh fuck. Fuck.
I think I can find someone to make a buck to do a stamping of the chassis from.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean the chassis would be tricky without a bigger CNC mill.
Yeah, because bending aluminum like that isn't as easy as people think.
Well, you get one shot. I mean,
Yep.
you get one shot to get it right. You don't get it right, you throw it
And
away.
nowadays it ain't cheap. That one shot costs a lot of money.
Well, and that chassis is going to be scaled up, probably 3 mil ish, eighth inch.
Oh shit, I would think probably 3/16. Well, hold on.
Eighths. No, it's got to be thicker than that. Eighth inch, 3 mil to be right to really get the rigidity out of it.
Let me go get the dial calipers and we're about to do it.
Okay. It's twice as big because 1/5 to 1/10, you're doubling size. Everything's 50% bigger.
You know what this show is going to become the longer time goes?
Fucking mad scientist show.
Hey, what kind of weird shit are these guys going to fuck around and talk about and then make?
Nothing scales 1 to 1. No, I know that. But I
No
mean,
way. You mean the math doesn't work out perfectly? Holy shit, I'm
right.
surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking, just if we did scale it up,
All right, I don't want you want
it'd be-
millimeters, right?
I like millimeters.
You fucking
What's the stock chassis thickness? There you go. Now you're talking.
There we go. 2.5.
215?
2.5.
So that's 5 mil.
Told
If
you.
you double. Fuck me.
Told you she was
That's
gonna be
not
thick.
that's like getting into crazy math with bends and shit. When you get to
Uh-huh.
5 mil. Because
Uh-huh.
shit stretches. Ooh, that
I
sucks.
wasn't talking shit out of my ass. Getting a buck and to stamp it and shit right to bend it is. Although with aluminum,
Wait,
you
what
lip.
about well, I know you're not friends with them, but what about Sen Cut Sen?
Well, I'm friends with Sencut Sen, but I don't know if they can stamp shit like that.
No, they just they'd have to cut it and then bend it. That's it.
Yeah, but ideally I want it stamped.
5 mil stamped.
I
That's
know
not.
some people around Orlando that have presses and shit.
It wouldn't be that hard to have it cut and just have one seam fold, bend the others, and TIG the bottom. Wouldn't be that bad. It'd be so much cheaper.
Yeah, but it's no scale.
Oh, it would be so close though. I mean, if you TIGged it and
Well,
polished
if it's $50 a chassis versus 300 a chassis for
it,
something
yeah,
like that, I'll spend the 300 to do it right.
yeah,
And it will be stronger.
yeah, I will be for sure. Well, TIG welding's pretty strong. I mean,
It is. The weld is stronger than the metal.
Yeah.
in any welding. But that's the problem is you create weak areas around the weld in situations like that. I mean, it's not like actually it is like I will be sending it off 20-foot ramps. So like if I
Yeah.
own one of those, it's not gonna sit on a shelf.
Yeah.
Be videos of me fucking woo, just like the
So wait,
final
so
everything else.
that's what transmission's in that? That's not the 3 gear, is it?
That's what we would put in it.
The stealth, like it's 3 gear
A
stealth.
stealth. Dude,
Yeah.
a 6 gear would be way too much bullshit.
Yeah, that would be
It's,
fucking
it's
nightmare.
not nearly as strong.
Making it, I mean, scaling up a stealth tranny won't be that hard.
I know my math is good, Mark. It's like
Oh,
I've been dealing with scale
ooh,
shit for ages.
we'll have to make, ooh, I'll have to scale up a ball diff. That'll be wild.
The easiest way to do that would be to find good, precise ball
Yeah,
bearings
that's easy enough.
and then build the diff around it.
Yeah.
Because getting custom ball bearings made would cost an absolute fortune. But
Well, the ball bearings, I mean, they have to be close enough. I mean,
exactly.
close.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ. It never fucking ends on this show with the bullshit we get into.
Well, I'm just thinking in my head, what's going to be the hardest parts to manufacture? The ball diff won't be bad.
Uh
Basically,
the diff rings won't be bad. The
yeah.
slipper rings won't be
It's
bad.
going to be the pressure plates for the ball diff, the cups. That'll be kind
No,
of a pain.
the cups will be expensive.
Well, not
Because
necessarily.
they'll
We
be
could,
custom machined.
no, we could do that.
Well, you could, yeah, we could fuddle the numbers where maybe to scale
Well,
it to
no, what you
this,
do
but
is
then a
you
Baja
make,
or Losi one works in. Actually,
well,
that's
and you,
true. We could, you know what?
what?
Baja transmission.
Losi Baja or the HPI Baja trans?
Because you know what it is? It's a stealth transmission blown up.
It is.
Problem solved. That's probably what he used.
Yeah. Yeah. And we can even use their drive lines, Baja drive lines, probably. But
Hmm.
they're bones, aren't they? Are they bones or are they CV?
They are bones with
If they're
boot.
bones, that works. That
Yeah,
solves a lot of the problems right there.
a lot of problems and expense.
Yeah. That I'm gonna look that up now, actually.
Yeah, Baja transmission is a stealth transmission.
Yeah, I've been inside of one. I just thought
90% of two-wheel drive RC transmissions
I
and even
thought they
the
were
four-wheel
CV
drives are
axles
stealth
though.
transmissions. Nope, they're bones. They have the rubber boots over them. Remember?
Oh, yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
grease them and have the
You're
spacer,
right.
the
You're
spring,
right.
put the rubber boots over them.
Shit, so that takes care of cups, drive lines, transmission, the diff. We
And
just
then we
have to
just use Baja spindle or uh not spindles, fucking what's the word I'm
slipper,
looking for? The shaft that
spur.
the wheel goes on in the front.
Yeah, the spindle, the outer, yeah, that cups, drive
Yeah,
cup.
yeah.
Yeah,
Use that.
yeah, no, that solves all of that. That gets the drive cups out of the way, the dog bones, the output shafts, I mean the whole trans, everything out to the wheels.
Yeah, it gets
We'll
like
have to
500 to $1,000 of custom machine shit out of the way.
well, there'll be some custom machining on the metal, like to make an aluminum plate for the motor mount to make it look scale with the trans to make it look right. You know,
Yep.
because we'll have to make a electric motor mount because the Baja is gas engine and it's all located differently. But
Well, and the good thing is we have friends that do this shit.
I can do the metal plates on my CNC. Well,
Oh,
I can design them. I don't know if I can do
yeah.
my, once again, my
But we
CNC
know
is not strong enough.
people that do this shit and have machinery for it.
Well, and
So,
like that's another thing. Like send cut send. We send them the file. They'll make those a billion times. There's no bends in it, just holes. So
well, the motor plate is bent
over the top, huh?
and the chassis is bent all over. It's flat at the front because the nose piece comes on that has easy bends we could do ourselves on a brake. But the back curls up and
As
then
the
the motor
curl.
plate
Yeah.
is flat and
Well, you
curls.
could do the curl on a like a fucking the curl's not that bad if you have the right tool. So wheel.
Nothing's that hard to do when you have the right tool. The problem is a lot of tools to do shit this big cost big money.
Yeah, 5 mil
Like a
aluminum.
$200 tool doesn't get it for you. You need like a 10,000 or 50,000.
Five millimeter aluminum is kind of a pain in the ass too. That's not gonna be fun to work with. If we could have someone make the chassis, that would be mint.
I know a couple people I can talk to in Orlando.
Then the only thing would be, yeah, the chassis is it. The rest we can handle. Maybe the plate, motor mount plate, maybe, because that's got a bend and it's aluminum, but that's not. It's still not that hard.
Nothing is that hard. It's just that it gets expensive.
Well, I mean, you're gonna. These are not
Like
gonna
when
sell
you're
cheap.
making 1,000 of a part,
Yeah.
they're cheap. When you're
Well, we
making
make.
two, it's expensive.
How many do you think you could sell like that? Like 20, 30, 40?
I didn't even think about that.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's for discussion later off the show.
Off camera.
Um, I don't know if that's feasible, but I'm going to change some directions in life in the next 6 months to 2 years to where maybe that is feasible. So, although I got to say, if we do it at that point, we need to get a hold of the guy that did it originally and probably ask for his help and then clue him in on a percentage of sales.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did spark the idea.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I mean, nothing he did is something we couldn't have thought of, but he sparked the idea. He's worked hard to do it. Like,
right.
I don't
He's
want
got
to
some skin in
with
the
his
game.
one-off custom shit a year later and fuck him over. So, like, maybe if he helps us out through some of the questions, shit, it's like, oh, okay, you get 10, 15% of sales.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't know. I'm really excited.
The
Like,
bot.
life is going wonderfully and absolutely horribly at the same time, because yin and yang. And I see the next several years being awesome, but a lot different than the last 15 years have been. So that's actually very possible.
Huh.
When do you get to retire from your job?
Not for a while.
Yeah, because teachers, you got to get into like being 55, 60 years old, right?
Well, and I only started 5 years ago. So even though I'm 40, I only started 5 years ago. So
Oh, you got to do 40 years before retirement?
I am 40.
Yeah.
I've only been there for 5 years, so I haven't been putting money in that long. So it's
Well, I'm talking just for like government pension and shit that comes with that job. Like, how long do you have? 10 years, 20 years, 30 years?
I think it's 65 is the age. No, 65? I think it's 65.
Regardless of how long you were a teacher?
Well, the longer you've been there, the more money you get
Oh,
back,
okay. Okay.
the more you
That
pay
makes
in.
sense.
Yeah. It's not as good as it used to be at all. So,
Nothing is.
but it's
Our
not bad.
parents had it the best. The
Yeah.
boomers had it made.
Well, they call it PERS here. I don't know if they call it the same in other states, but um it was 10 years ago they changed it pretty drastically. So if you were in 10 or so older years ago, it's really good. And in the last 10 years, it's not as good, but I
Well,
mean,
it
it's
comes
nice.
back to the same shit. Like, you're working for the government, so you're good because they don't care.
Yeah.
The money's not theirs. But you think back to like the automotive industry and a lot of industries like that, where you retired after 25, 30 years, and then you got your pension that was like 75% of your wages at
Yeah.
your highest level the rest of your life. And then it only took the economy and the businesses to figure out about 10, 15 years to be like, oh shit, we can't afford this. Because eventually everyone's going to retire and keep living, and we're just paying out all this money to people that aren't working. I feel really bad for the people that were there through those transitions, right? Where it was like the dude a year before you still gets to keep his 75K a year because he was making 120 on the line by the time he retired.
Yeah.
And then because you missed that year, it's like, oh, well, we're going to do a 401k and this and that. It's like, oh. But that's life, right? Nothing's fair. Everybody gets fucked. It's how you deal with it and make do with it.
Right.
And I'm still a big believer that this is America. If you save and invest and work and do things right, there's no reason for you to be broke.
Right. Oh, fuck.
Like middle class, sure, but a fucking middle class life is a great life,
Yeah, it's fine.
dude. You don't need much as long as you got a house, a reliable car. You can take a vacation once a year. Fucking life is good.
Mm.
I wonder who's left. No one's commented in ages now that we've been rambling.
Probably
My
tripping out.
God, it's almost 11. I figured we'd be done by 10 tonight.
Yeah.
These nights when we have no plans and just bullshit always end up the longest ones.
Sometimes. This has been a blast, Mark.
There you go. Thanks, buddy.
Glad you're out there.
Someone's still there listening.
The diehards.
The funny part is I wonder what people think when they listen to this after it's not live.
Right.
And they can't chime in. Because I'm the kind of guy, like, if I don't catch something live, I don't go back and watch it later, generally. But I know a lot of people do because they use it like a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
something to listen to while you're on your way to work or doing this chore or whatever.
Right.
But it's just so foreign to me because I don't think that way. I'm like, if it's something live, I want to be in there live to chime in and be a dickhead and crack jokes, you know?
Fifth scale RC10, man. I mean, just mulling that one over.
Yeah, RC5, bro. We got to get a hold of that guy. See, you're such a fucking dick. We're both such enablers to each other. We're the worst combination. Especially because we both have different skill sets and knowledge and connections and shit to where with our powers combined, we can do whatever the fuck we want. It's ridiculous.
Oh, fuck.
Good times, great oldies.
I already looked up a Baja, fifth scale Baja trans is about $60. So
Is that a real HPI one or is that a fucking King Motors bullshit?
Rohan.
Yeah, we don't want We don't want.
But it says an engineering sample. It's fine. It's all the
Oh, okay, okay. Well, not necessarily because the tolerances are different.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
It needs honestly, I looked at the trans. The trans case wouldn't work. We'd have to 3D print a new case, but the gears will work. The diff will work. All that'll work. But the trans case would have to be redesigned.
Well, what I'm thinking is I have a real HPI Baja 5T in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And I should be there in late June, early July.
Yeah.
So I can take it apart and get the calipers out and measure it.
Rip the trans and the dog bones and everything out and send it to me.
It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Rip it all out.
It's a rear wheel drive vehicle, dude. It's so easy to take apart.
Yeah. I have an off-brand one, so an HPI Baja.
Yeah, we don't want your knockoff garbage. We want real tolerances. We know what I learned today that I did not know that some of the people on here might get a kick out of. AN fittings and JMIC fittings are the same.
Really?
Do you know what the difference is?
No.
AN fittings have a looser tolerance.
Really? So JMCIs are just manufactured to a better tolerance, huh?
Yep. Because I dealt with this yesterday. I ordered a bunch of parts on Summit. I talked about it earlier in the video that a lot of people probably missed. The new Saginaw power steering pump that came with the CVF kit for Bronco had a whole different deal. It needs and get this, I understand where it comes from, but it needs a 3/8 SAE inverted flare O-ring. Whereas my other one was the style, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's threaded and then there's the nipple that sticks out that goes in.
Yep.
It's like an actual male. The one they're calling a male actually looks more like a female.
Yeah.
And I was spent like an hour last night on Summit because I need to order a custom throttle cable and other bullshit, and I got it all overnight, so it'll be here tomorrow. And I'm looking at everything translated from what I needed to an AN6.
Hmm.
But then I started looking on Google and doing the measurements, and I'm like, there's a variance from JMIC to AN6.
Hmm.
It looks identical. The thread pitch, count, flare style, everything looks fucking identical. But I don't want to spend $15 on a fitting and then have it not work. Although actually I don't mind because I'll just throw in the parts bin and 15
Yeah.
years I'll use it, you know. Um, so what I was in the hydraulic shop today talking to the guys looking for that fitting, and he's like, we don't have one right now. He's like, I got a number 8, which is technically 11/16 versus because the 3/8 inverted flare is a 5/8 18. So
Okay.
what I think the 3/8 inverted flare refers to as the size of the diameter of the hole
Hmm.
for the fluid passage. And he came out with 11/16 shit. And I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna work. He's like, well, I asked him, I'm like, when do you get another shipment? He's like, well, UPS should show up tomorrow at like 3 o'clock. I don't know if what you need will be in there or not, but you can call and ask. I was like, all right, I can't remember right now because I ordered it right before I went to bed. But I made an overnight Summit order that'll be here tomorrow. And I think I might have put one of those same adapters in just on a hope and a prayer. It would work. And I came home tonight. Fuck yeah. I get
Hmm.
that plug tomorrow, which is why I get to start Bronco tomorrow. Because without
Nice.
that, it would hold the whole fucking works up.
Right. Right.
Because I can't start the power steering or the truck and have the power
Right.
steering pump run dry. It'll burn up in
Yep.
like 2 minutes.
And you can't run without the power steering pump because the boat won't fit.
Exactly. And I thought about looking at that today because mine is a dual serpentine.
Mhm.
But I think the one, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it in my head, I think I could run it without the power steering pump on
Oh, because you can. Okay.
because it's 2 belts.
Well, what's the belt run for the steering pump? Just the steering pump or something else?
I think it just runs the steering pump.
Oh no, shit.
Oh, it might run the water pump too.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me. If I looked at
Yeah, you gotta
Facebook
look at
with the pictures, I could see.
belt
But
routing. Yeah.
and I tell you what,
Well, wait, does it run on the alternator? Because the alternator would be your tensioner on that belt then.
hold on, I'm trying to picture it in my head right now. Which is funny because I've been in front of all this shit for a week and I
Right.
can't remember where it goes.
Because otherwise you need a
Uh,
tensioner on that belt. You can't
no,
tension.
I have no tensioners.
Oh no,
My
shit.
tensioners are turnbuckles
Yeah.
because I have the CVS
So do you have
racing
a turnbuckle
accessory
on the? Do you have a turnbuckle on the
on the
steering pump?
power steering pump. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't think about that.
So I think I could run it without the power steering pump, but again, like we talked about before getting on video, it's like don't rush it.
Yeah.
Wait another several hours, get your shit, do it right.
Make sure you check all your
As soon
boxes.
as you start, like after months of doing shit the right way, and you skip that one step that costs you 20 minutes, and it
Pisses
fucks
you
you
off
up
so
for
bad.
6 hours of work and
Yeah.
$300 of the shit, it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. It's so easy to get excited and miss something.
Mm-hmm.
That last 10%, you fuck one
Well,
little
that's
thing.
why, like, I talked to my buddy D-Bag before I got on here tonight. He was asking about a wrap on his Bronco and shit, in my opinion. And then we got talking cars. I'm like, today was a lot of what a lot of people would consider a waste of time day. Because I was like, you know what? It's so close to running that I'm getting the
Yeah.
torque wrench out, the Allen bits out, the sockets out, and I am torquing. Like, I had the fucking manual, the shop manual out with all the torque specs.
Oh yeah.
And I sat there for like an hour and a half torquing every single bolt. And guess what? I found like two or three that I
More
had to
tight.
have it down
Yeah.
all the way because it's like the shit that happened with me when I thought I didn't have the clearance, but I'd just forgotten I was already on top of it.
You already been there, done that.
And it
Yeah.
was there to make sure I had clearance. So once I pulled that bolt out, I had a good half inch of clearance everywhere. I was like, oh, thanks, me in the past, for hooking me up now.
All right. I'm gonna go inside. I'm tired.
All right, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. If they do, hit them with a shoe. They'll be black and blue. You know what that's from?
You told me one time.
We're gonna go straight Gen X right here. Mama's Family.
I'm
See, you barely know that shit because you're a millennial. You son of
an
a bitch.
old millennial.
I know. I'm a young Gen X. Technically, now I'm a very old millennial, but I don't accept it.
I
Gen
don't
X,
accept it
goddammit.
either. I don't accept it either.
Gen X used to be till 85, and then like several years ago, they're like 1980, and I'm like, I'm 81, and I relate to Gen X people.
I'm 84,
Fuck
so
you.
I Gen X too. Yeah.
All right. Well, peace out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out,
Yep.
enjoying the shit show. Let me see if I can catch the last thing here.
Mike was saying he's been there the whole time.
Oh yeah, good, dude. That's clean the garage. It's good, man. Like
Sure.
that's exactly what it's for. You don't need to see us. We weren't working on shit. Just listen to our banter of retardedness, you know.
Yep. Our crazy
Hey,
hairline
Mike,
kids.
hit me up about the mini Z's if you're interested in taking control of it. We can probably figure it out.
Have a
All
good
right.
night, guys.
Everybody have a wonderful evening. Be well. Peace out.
See you.